success.
What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 78.
Yeah.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod gods, and with me is the best man in all of podcast land, my right hand, Mr. B Hill.
What up? Hope everybody doing all right on this beautiful, I guess, Thursday when you're listening, Tuesday when we're recording.
Yes. How are you? How was your Father's Day, friend?
Man, I was fucking hungover. That shit sucked. It was a bad day.
It sounded like you had a good Father's Day Eve then, if you was hungover on Father's Day.
I fried some fish and shit. My homeboys came over and shit, and I just drank a lot of beer. I'm chilling. I gotta chill on drinking for a while. Mm-hmm. I just drank mad beer and a couple shots and shit, and smoked mad bud. Enjoyed my Father's Day, needless to say. The Eve, I guess. And then Sunday, I had a fucking hangover from shit. Like, had a crazy ass headache when I woke up, but I told my pops I was coming to church with them. So I went to church with my pops and my mom.
That's nice.
And the kids and shit. But I don't know. I thought I was about to implode in that motherfucker. I thought the Lord was coming to get me. We went out to eat. I ain't even had because I wasn't really feeling the shit. So, then one came home and went to sleep. So, my damn old lady took the kids
You
somewhere.
get any good Father's Day gifts?
Nah, I didn't get nothing for Father's Day. My mom gave me some shit. I mean, I ain't really. I'm cool. I already got my old lady bought me some tickets to the 85 South show, but that was a month or some change.
Oh, that's nice.
And that shit, and the show ain't till late July. So,
okay.
I don't be tripping, man. I don't really need shit. If I do, I'll just go buy it.
That should be a good one. I saw 85 South like a year or two back. It was cool.
Yeah, they on a different level now, though.
Yeah, I know you really like them, so I think it'll be good for you.
Them my
I think you'll really enjoy they style.
Yeah, that shit hilarious. And that shit is set at Durham something. It's a big ass venue, so proud of them niggas. Them niggas started with a podcast and goddamn doing arenas and shit. You know what I mean?
Well, they started on the daggone TV, so it's easier to blow up when you on fucking TV.
Well, I mean, it's kind of sort of Chico. I mean, yeah, I guess because in terms of 85, I mean to the Nick Cannon shit.
85 South,
but DC
group
started off Instagram, and
right.
You know what I mean?
And DC already had millions of followers by the time he made the TV, but 85 South as a, I guess I wouldn't call them a group, as a pod, I guess. They started off on Wildin' Out, which is great because they have great chemistry. I think that Chico and
Chico started DC doing shit like with B-Dot and them from fucking. That's how he got on TV because he was doing shit with B-Dot and them from 102 and Greensboro and A&T and all that.
Yeah,
he was doing like the freestyle comedy shit, and then that shit took off well enough to gain his interest or gain other people's interest, and that's what got him on Wildin' Out. But however you get there is however you get there. We all
right. And I think it's great. I think I like Chico and DC's energy on when they were doing a lot for MTV when DC was hosting TRL. I don't know, is that still on?
No, I don't think so.
It seemed like it came on for a hot minute and then it went back
DC
away.
DC went off, Sway was doing that shit. Sway in the morning. He was doing that shit for a while, but I think that shit just dissipated. Niggas don't watch TV.
Oh, yeah. Especially not TRL. Yeah. I don't see people rushing to see no videos for real. Like
I don't even think that shit showed videos, though. I think like it was just people being interviewed and then performed or something, possibly.
I saw a couple things that they did, and I saw that, I like when Chico and DC feed off of each other, like create songs and shit. That should be dope. I really like that. I really just like all of they grinding and all of their
Carlos is
individually
like, and like he's fucking hilariously funny to me. Like he's super fucking witty, like comedian. Like he's the most polished comedian out of them. Like, you know what I mean? Like old school stand up comedian and shit. Like he's by far. I think like they all have it's ill because they all got a dope element that they bring. Like DC, like the young silly nigga, and Chico.
Yeah, he just a goofy ass.
He's just silly, like just a little nigga that you like know that's a little silly ass nigga coming around. But he can sing and dance and do all type of shit. He just like a talented little nigga and shit. Play drums, all type of crazy shit. But
I cannot get with DC dancing, bruh. I be seeing it and he not bad at it. I don't know, it's just weird every time I see it. Like,
but he can dance though.
It just look weird.
He just mad like limber and lanky and shit. But he's like he's
Maybe
still
that's
short.
what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't no tall.
Maybe
nigga.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Tall ass.
But you know, most dancers are short anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Chris Brown is like one of the outliers of like tall ass dancers that really be getting fucking.
That nigga ain't even tall.
Here.
That nigga like 6 foot flat.
Listen, niggas out here is 5'8" even.
I don't even know if
you
he's
over
6 feet, 5'9",
you a tall nigga out here.
He might be
if
like
you 6 feet,
5'10".
you tall out here.
And just lanky as hell.
Nah, you think
Yeah,
so?
that
Who
nigga
you
ain't
talking
that
about,
tall.
Chris or
Niggas be,
DC?
you be thinking niggas be tall, and niggas do not be tall. Like niggas in the game, like niggas do not be tall.
I done seen Chris Brown a few times, but when I say I seen Chris Brown, I haven't been like within like, you know, like 10 feet of Chris Brown to really do like an assessment.
Mm-hmm.
But Chris Brown, compared to dancers, he is tall.
Yeah.
Cause you see him with other dancers and he's towering above most dancers. That's why Chris used to really get his props from me just for being a tall nigga that can dance. Cause you didn't see that very often. But yeah, them niggas though, you'll definitely enjoy that.
That shit gonna be dope. I watch all this shit.
How many is majority of your friends are majority of your friends' fathers?
Yeah, I got a good plenty of them. Yeah, most of them. Yep.
It's hard to find niggas that ain't fathers for real.
Yeah, I mean, when you 36, you know what I mean? It's kind of slim pickings.
Look, shit, when you're 16 these days, these niggas is pushing them out.
That's true.
On that note, fucking Mayweather daughter posted a post and delete and looked like she pregnant.
Oh yeah.
And then she pregnant by a fucking NBA young boy. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
That is just disgusting.
Shit, you know. Hey, you gotta yeah, whatever. I don't know. That shit wild.
You gotta be disappointed. Like damn, I gave you all the things in life and you get knocked up by
he may not give her the love she needed though. You know what I mean?
100% goes back to my future conversation, but I digress. Yeah, probably didn't give her the love that she needed. And the thing about it is, like, you watch your parents as well. Like,
yeah, for sure.
You know how Floyd lived his life or whatever, good, bad, or indifferent. Your child's still watching it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know a lot about her mom though.
Oh, that's Yaya. That's what's her name? Not that's Yaya mom. So that's the girl. That's Melissa, the one with the short hair. Brown skin joint, real cute, real pretty lady. Melissa, I think I'm Melissa Irene or some shit. Irene Melissa, I don't know, some shit. I used to follow on Instagram. I stopped following her, but she was bad.
I'm sure she was.
She was bad. Brown skin
Floyd
joint.
don't have too many mud ducks at
Melissa
all.
Irene, I think that's her name. Yeah, she got like short hair, brown skin joint. She bad. I'm sure she had a lot of work, but she's still tough.
Yeah, I don't know what her mom looked like. I don't think I've ever seen it. If I have seen her mom, I've never paid attention to her. But you know, that's crazy. Like you 18, I think she a fresh 18 or something like that. I don't know. You know, you with a little nigga who got like 4 or 5 kids already.
Hey, look, goddamn, when you're about 40, that shit is all love because you're gonna live you can have a whole nother life to live. Wish I had my damn kids when I was 18. I'd be damn near done.
That's one way to think about it. But I also think you don't know shit, so you can't teach your kids shit, and your kids ain't gonna be shit for the most part.
That's definitely not the case. I know a lot of young parents who've got great kids doing a lot of great things.
That were teenagers?
Yeah.
And did they do it by themselves or they had a village?
I mean, a combination.
Most people got a village.
Like I know some that had villages and some that did it by themselves. But I would definitely not.
If you were a teenager,
I know a lot of parents. I mean, I know some that didn't, their kids fell by the wayside, but I know a bunch of kids that were born around 19, 20, 21 area. And shit, they're doing pretty well.
Well, I mean, my mom had me when she was 21, but she was also married and all that other shit too. You know what I'm saying? It won't just like a knocked up situation, but a teenager, you know what I mean? Like a teenage is different. I know a lot of people who had kids when they were teenagers. I actually looking on Facebook and shit, I see a lot of motherfuckers who had to have kids when they were teenagers. When were we were in high school. I'm like, when the fuck did all this happen? Cause I never knew that in order for your kid to be this age right now, you had to have a kid when we were in high school. You know, and you see it work well and you see it not. I definitely wouldn't recommend that to anybody. At all. Cause it is hard and you're a baby yourself trying to figure shit out. And ain't nothing worse than having to be forced to be an adult through your informative years. You know, to each his own. I just definitely wouldn't recommend it. But, you know, I think parenthood is some hard shit and it's some intricate shit, and I think it's some shit you gotta be prepared for.
Can never be prepared.
You know what I'm saying? In order to do it.
About it.
You could I feel like if you partially prepared as far as you financially prepared and you mentally prepared, you're a little bit more prepared than a lot of people who just after this 9 months, you just surprised that now you got to do all this shit for this human. I don't know. Like I said, I got a lot of family members. I got a lot of people that I look at this story and yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about your circles and shit like that, but it's a lot. It's a lot, but you can be more prepared than others. I do know people who actually, I feel like my friends who had children after 30 seem a little bit more prepared.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just different levels. You know what I mean? Like, it's different levels. I know niggas that's 30 that really ain't no more prepared than they were when they were 18. You know what I'm saying? So it's just,
yeah,
I mean, it's
that's
just,
true.
It's all a crapshoot. You know what I mean? Like, it's all a fucking crapshoot. So just try to do
It's all about knowing yourself and knowing where you at, you know, in your life, because you have people who are 30 who still act like they 20.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And speaking of that shit, I saw something today where fucking Bow Wow gets under my skin, right? Because Bow Wow's like a man child, right?
Yeah, that nigga's a lame.
And he posted something today. I don't know if niggas be thinking they cool. Since you are a resident nigga, you can give me insight. He gonna post something like, oh, I need me a real one so I can change my ways. Like, and then like under the comments, you know, everybody like frying his ass like, why don't you just grow the fuck up and change your ways? Like, why do you need some outside motivation to change your ways? As the resident dude, like, do dudes need someone to help them change?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They do?
I mean, I know I snagged mine early. Mine helped me change, you know what I'm saying? Because I was, you know, doing what I wanted to do, fucking with different bitches and shit. And, you know, not really giving a fuck about shit. I mean, I was always on my square in terms of my paper and shit. I've always been that way. But, I mean, shit, my old lady definitely helped, you know, level me up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, yeah. Behind
you
every good man is a good woman.
You don't think you could have did it on your own?
In most cases.
You don't think you could have did it on your own? Like, you couldn't say, I just want to be a good dude?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could, but it also helps when you have some encouragement.
To do right.
I mean, just to do better, not necessarily do right. Like, I mean, I wasn't doing wrong, but I could do better. Like anything in life, you can always.
No, I think anybody, you know, it should always be a, you know, icing on the cake type thing. But I think when I think of it in regards to Bow Wow, particularly in like the shitty behaviors that he exhibits, because I do watch him on reality shows and the internet and all of that shit. Like, you do all of these women wrong, but you need a real one, like, that's gonna change you. Like, either you shitty or you not. Like, either you want to be a good person or you don't. Now, it's a difference if you're a good person and you get made into a better person.
Yeah.
But
I
don't know. He just,
you know, if the core of you is shitty, it's pretty much, if at 30, you're probably gonna be shitty for the rest of your life.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You know, motherfuckers change. You might be able to shed your skin later in life, but who knows? It's gonna be tough. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a lot. Well, your weekend, you was hungover on Sunday. I was semi hungover on Sunday. Yeah. My homie family was in town. They cool as fuck. They had me out drinking fucking shots of Jameson. And I'm wake up Sunday like, no.
No, they just it was where we were at, had some like drink specials and shit. And one of them was Jameson. And so they was just buying like rounds and rounds of fucking Jameson. And I woke up Sunday like, yo, what the fuck? Like, like slight marching band in my head. Then I went back to sleep, woke back up. And then when you're not like hungover, but you're not good either.
Yeah, yes,
like you can function, but you off. You know what I'm saying?
Purgatory.
Man, I was going up. Right. Drunk purgatory. I was, going to lunch with a brunch with a friend on, Sunday, and they like, yo, you babysitting? Like, why you ain't drinking? I'm like, yo, like, let me get like one more water. Like, I felt dehydrated as a bitch. Like, let me get another water and then I'm gonna catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? And that shit was crazy though. But, I definitely had a good weekend. I can't really complain. It was a good weekend in Atlanta, and it's been raining this week.
It's about to rain now.
Which, yeah, it's supposed to rain like all week. What's been going on at the job? You still,
oh nah, I got a new gig.
WFH?
I just accepted a new job this week. So, well, last Friday actually, matter of fact. So I just put my notice in yesterday. That shit was always weird.
Jenny, tell me.
I know. It.
How that shit went? What you going for? What you able to disclose?
Oh, it's just another company, better position. I mean, about the same position. I just got tired of doing what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like that shit.
It's the place we talked about before?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you decided to go.
Yeah,
I
did.
Did decide to go there.
I made a mistake.
Oh, that's crazy.
And, it was weird as fuck. Like, so I told the job that I ain't want to take the job because of my current employer, like, did some things and moved some shit around.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I did that, like, say, I guess it was Thursday or whatever, and then like Friday, it was like a Monday, and then that Tuesday, like I was back to reality and shit at my current job, which I realized that I hated again. And
I realized I hate it again. That's real.
To another department, but they didn't have like a definitive date, and they couldn't really provide that, so I was just over it. And I was like, "Fuck this shit," you know what I'm saying? And I called.
Were you just having a bad day?
Nah, that's the reason that I've been having bad days since August.
Got you.
So fucking
August of last year.
That's when I started. So so I was like,
okay, go ahead.
I called the job because my homeboy that I work with, I put him on to the job, and he didn't take my position, but he took the position because we both applied, and I turned mine down. He kept it, and I was like, man, I hit him like, man, check buddy temperature and see if I like burn my bridge completely and shit. You know what I mean? And he a white dude, cool as shit though, and he was like, nah, I think you still in there, bro, because he was, saying like, he ain't have no like animosity, no like, you could tell like one no shit in his voice. So I was like, man, I'm about to call him. So I called him and shit, you know what I mean, and just told him like, yo, I think I made I think I made a mistake. I think I made the wrong decision. You know what I mean? I appreciate the opportunity and everything you did. And I'm pretty sure that you feel the position, but if something does come available, in the near future, please keep me in mind, because I would definitely love to, join your establishment. And, the nigga called me back, and he was like, yeah, we might have something down the line, like 30, 45 days. You know what I mean? I'll keep you posted. And then that shit was like 2 weeks later. Like, he called me on this past Friday and shit. Like, hey, he was like, I got a fucking clearance sale. You have to act now. And I was like, oh shit. So I started laughing. I was like, what you got? He was like, I got you the position, same money, same everything. If you want to join us, you have to start on July 1st. I was like, yeah, I'm in. So it's just like that.
So you gave me a 2 weeks on Monday?
Yeah.
Yeah, what they say?
Them niggas was, my boss, like, she said she understood, you know what I mean? So she was just like, I was like, it ain't y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all ain't.
It's not you.
Yeah, that's what I told her. I was like, it's not you, it's me. You know what I mean? Like, I just I gotta do what's best for me, and I think this is best for me. Like, I appreciate what you've done and all the, the contortion of your body and mind and things of trying to figure out stuff, but, I don't think I can't do this shit no more. Like, I just can't. It's not a good job for me, so I gotta move on. And she was like, I understand. Put my notice in, and they ain't, last time they like, it was weird because it was like a tug of war. Like my current job, they were offering me more money and kind of meeting the deal of the other dude. So it was the weirdest position I've ever been in. Like, I needed an agent and shit. And, I really did. I felt like a damn basketball player or some shit. That shit was wild. But it was, positive, I guess. But yeah, so everything's good in that regard. So I start on the 1st. And
nice.
Yeah.
When you leave that job, you gonna have any time off?
Nah, I mean, I'm working from home. Like, so yeah, I'm timed off. So I'm on 2-week vacation as it is now. So
right.
Yeah, I've been responding to emails.
What you gonna do, Fire?
Yeah, I was like, I ain't gonna completely shit on them because I don't want to, burn the bridge and shit because you might have to walk back across that motherfucker eventually one day. But,
facts.
But I mean, I'm doing certain things. I'm responding to emails, but I was just like, I was already behind because I had been not behind in the sense that I won't do no work. It was just fucking so much work to be done at all times and shit. And it's funny because my homegirl that I used to work with at my other job for this one, she got it. She just got hired. She was like, hit me like on Facebook, like, yo, I just got hired. I'm so excited about the offer. I was like, that's crazy. I'm so excited for you. I just put my notice in. She was like, what?
I'm so happy
I was
for
like,
you.
yeah,
I'm out.
It's not for me. I was like, it's a good job. You know what I mean? Like if she ain't got no kids, she can do all type of shit. She can stay up to the wee hours of the night and work and travel out, fly across the country and shit. I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy like the perks of it and shit, but I don't have time for it.
I love how people think people with no kids is just at motherfuckers' disposal.
I mean, when you have kids, you can do much more. When you have kids, it's much harder to be able to maneuver and shit. When you don't have kids, you can really, at the drop of a dime, do whatever you want to. So, without any repercussions, I can't do that. And most people with kids can't do that either, so.
Niggas be like, oh, they don't have no kids, they can do this. No, I'm not doing that shit either.
No,
dog.
but you can though. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like you can. Like I can too, but I have to set shit up and I got to do this and I got to make sure this and then like I got to see like, ooh, do they have anything going on at school or do I have? You know what I'm saying? Like when you active in your kid's life, you got to. You know what I mean? It's not just as easy as being able to like, boom, I'm out. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that.
Yeah. I like that phrase you just used when you active in your kid's life because that is a totally different thing than just having kids. So that's definitely a totally different.
But yeah, it's all good.
Well, congratulations, bro.
Appreciate you.
Congratulations. I'm always happy when somebody get closer to their happiness.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying? Cause like, I was just having a conversation this weekend about, the job and my friend mom was just like, so, how you liking the job? You don't like the job? I was like, look, I like getting paid.
I like it every other week. That's what I tell them.
Yeah, I just like, listen, let's be clear. If we didn't have to work for anybody else, we wouldn't. Period. You know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, a job is good as the culture of that company and the people that you have to work for. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it twisted. I am thankful. I get paid good money. I do the type of work that I love to do. However, people be getting on your fucking nerves, dog. Like, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to work with people. You know what I'm saying? You're not on an island. And everybody has different personalities. They have different ways that you have to do things. And, when all of that shit come together, there is going to be some type of conflict. And some conflict you work better with than others. You know what I'm saying? My current place of employment, they're very unorganized, which drives me fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, that drives me crazy. Some other people might not give a fuck about that and be like, yo, this is the dream place. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I do know that is people who would kill to be in my career, kill to be in my position. And I am thankful to have a job that supports my lifestyle. Because I have been in a place where I did not have a job very temporarily, but I felt that shit, so it makes you extra grateful for the shit that you had. But that don't mean the shit ain't got shit with it.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Like, that's a fact.
You could be thankful and have issues at the same fucking time. Like, for real.
Yeah. I just saw Men in Black. That shit was trash. Don't go see it.
Straight like that.
That shit was horrible.
Straight like that.
$5 movies today on Tuesdays, and that shit was trash. So nuts. I wanted to see Shaft.
I like Tessa Thompson.
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be all right. I wasn't gonna go see it though.
Yeah, I mean she did a good job, but it was just trash. It wasn't a good movie. And it sucks because F. Gary Gray directed it, so he probably won't get the Men in Black 2 New Future sequel. He probably won't get that shit. It's trash, but I wanted to see
Oh,
Shaft.
he didn't
Shaft
direct the
started at
original.
5, and this shit started at 5:30, and I again had to go put my kids and get them niggas situated. So
I assumed you went to go see Men in Black because you were with your kids, but I'm assuming that's not why you saw it.
nah, my old lady wanted to see it.
Oh,
We just want to go to the
your
movies.
kids to the
We want
movies.
to go to the movies $5 Tuesday. So I really wanted to see
Date
Shaft,
night.
but it shit just didn't. Like I said, time didn't line up. But I'm gonna try to go next week and see it.
Okay. Yeah, let me know
I heard
how
it was
that
really
go.
good.
I
I heard
heard
Shaft
that.
was dope. That's why I want to see it. Like I heard like 3 or 4 people tell me it was dope. The other 2 Shafts.
I don't know
was good.
nobody who saw it, but I heard Aladdin.
You never seen the original Shaft?
But I wasn't going to see that.
Like I'm talking about with Samuel L. Jackson Shaft.
No.
Word? That's a good movie. With Peoples and shit, with the nigga that played Martin Luther King on the HBO shit. What's the nigga name?
Mario Peoples?
Nah, his name was Peoples in this fucking thing. Like he was like a
I was like,
a drug dealer. That shit was good as fuck.
Nah, I've never seen any of the Shaft movies. I know of the very original, and I feel like I saw that with my dad. But no, I haven't seen any of the remakes.
Oh, them shit dope. Those are really good movies. Nobody really talks about them, but those are really good movies. Like one day we gotta sit down and break down like Samuel L. Jackson's. The reason that shit's fresh in my mind is because I was just watching the interview on the Breakfast Club, which was really dope. I heard it, but like I watched the interview because they obviously leave out a lot of good pieces and shit. But yeah, that motherfucker is the highest grossing actor. Like his movies have grossed the most. Like granted, he's been in like 150 films or some shit like that.
Yeah,
but, his movies collectively out of any actor have grossed the most money in all of film history, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, I think that's dope. But when I actually really sit back and I think about it, I'm trying to think of how many Samuel L. Jackson movies I've really seen.
You mean
I like
movies
Samuel
that he's
Jackson.
in or like he's starring in? Because I can name
like
10
movies
right
that
now.
he's... Okay, go.
A Time to Kill, which is fucking remarkable. Shaft.
Okay, I seen that. Never
Pulp
seen
Fiction,
that.
Fucking
Saw that.
the Unbreakable with Mr. Glass and them.
I didn't see
Jungle
that.
Fever.
No, I did see.
You never seen Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and shit?
I seen Unbreakable, and I seen what's the spinoff of Unbreakable with the nigga with the multiple personalities?
Fucking.
I love that shit too. He wasn't in it.
Yeah, nah, he wasn't. But
you
he
know
was
the
in
movie I'm talking about though.
Mr. Glass. He's Mr. Glass. So all 3 of them niggas
He
was
is
in
Mr.
that
Glass.
shit, which I
Yeah.
need to see. I didn't see that. Shit, what else? All the Shafts. The Shafts was dope. That nigga been in mad shit. Fucking
I seen it.
Django.
I feel like
fucking.
I seen Django, which wasn't that
Jungle
great.
Fever.
Seen Jungle Fever.
Fucking Coming to America. Fucking
Yeah, but he played a small part in that.
Pivotal part though.
Snakes in it. Snakes in the
I
plane.
never saw Snakes in the Plane.
I saw Snakes on the Plane.
What else he been in, man? That nigga been in mad shit, man.
No, I know he's been in that shit, but I'm just like, damn, what have I actually seen? Because I respect Samuel L. Jackson. I really like Samuel L. Jackson, but like I said, when I sit back and really think about it, I'm like, how many Samuel L. Jackson movies have I really like where he was like the star versus up and coming days when he was the crackhead or whoever he played?
It was dope because he said when he did Gator from fucking in Jungle Fever and shit, he actually had just came out of rehab like 2 days ago. He was like, I ain't even need no makeup.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
shit was crazy.
And he do have a crackhead face. He still do kind of.
He looked pretty clean. He got great skin. Pause. Oh, he was in Captain Marvel. Like that nigga's been in all the fucking Marvel. I forgot all about that. He's fucking that nigga got.
He's been in a lot of fucking
Kingsman,
shit. He's definitely
Hateful
been
Eight.
But I always
Black Snake Moan was dope. Coach Carter was dope.
Yeah, Black Snake Moan was good.
Die Hard. That nigga was in fucking Die Hard. Hell yeah.
Maybe I have seen a lot of Samuel Jackson.
You had no choice if you fucking watch movies. This bitch in every fucking thing. Eve's Bayou. Fucking.
Maybe I've seen a lot of Samuel Jackson movies, but I just never be like, oh yeah, Samuel Jackson. Even though I think Samuel Jackson is super dope. Like that's weird.
Soul
now
Man,
I'm like really thinking about it.
I left that off my fucking. I don't know. I think I put that on my fucking on our top 10 black movies. Soul Man with Bernie Mac.
You definitely did not put Soul Man on that list.
That shit should have been there. That shit is fucking
I would have
hilarious.
remembered. I never seen Soul Man. Though.
Listen, if you ain't never listen, everybody who's never seen Soul Man, please fucking watch Soul Man. Like that was Bernie Mac and Samuel L. Jackson. Not for nothing, Samuel L. Jackson's pretty funny. Like for what it's worth.
No, he really is.
And him and Bernie Mac smoked that shit. Like, that shit is a really good black movie that not a lot of people have seen. You're not in the minority in that. Like, not a lot of black people I know seen it. And I stumbled on the shit too, just on like, I think it was on Showtime or some shit many moons ago. It came out in 2008. But yeah, if you get a chance, please watch that shit. That shit is hilarious. And it's like super black too. So you already know those are good ones.
They were in like a group back in the day or something.
Yeah, John
had
Legend
to get back
John
together
Legend
or
was
something.
The third member and shit, and they had broke.
John Legend.
Like it was he was
that's
makeup
wild.
old and
Seeing
shit.
as though
But he died.
I'm about to say
he died in the movie the entire time. Like he never was in the
are you
movie, but he
spoiler
just
alert?
had like a
You gonna
still
tell us
shot.
to watch it, then do a spoiler alert?
Oh nah, I mean it comes on with him dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, they getting back together. Like he's the reason that they getting back together because they got to go to his funeral and shit. So it's a journey across the world to go. That shit was dope.
Okay.
But yeah, and I watched Sunday night. The highlight of my Sunday night was fucking watching 5 Heartbeats, and that shit is by far that shit is. I love that fucking. I literally was like, damn, I knew every goddamn word as I'm. Like, you watch my Instagram, I was fucking watching.
Where did 5 Heartbeats rank on our list? Because I feel like it ranked on our list.
I don't even know, bro.
I feel like it ranked in our 5.
It gotta be.
Because we did the top 5,
yeah, it's
right?
Gotta be in
I
top
feel
5.
like we
that
both
shit,
agreed
man.
on 5 Heartbeats.
That shit was goddamn fire, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Quotables. Man, I feel like I can quote 5 Heartbeats the same way I can quote
Oh,
Friday.
no, you can't. Ain't no feel
the
like
same
it.
way
Watch
I can quote
you'll
Players
You'll
Club.
let you know. You'll be like, God damn, I know this whole fucking shit. As soon as every fucking thing, when Eddie came walked up to his daddy was like, he ain't even say nothing. Nigga just daddy like, you ain't shit either. Like, bitch, fuck. You gotta talk to the boy like that. You act like you don't need love. Ella, what's her name? I think her name was Irene or some shit. Irene, I do love that boy. I just want him to be better. Well, goddamn, nigga, you should have said something nicer to him, man. Fuck. Could have thought about a better way to make him better.
Eddie Kane Jr. Hey, that was a good movie. Like we said, it was such a good movie that people thought it was a real group, i.e. myself included.
Shit was fire, man.
It should have been a real group, for real. That was good shit. That was good shit. You ready to get into some pop culture? All right, let's get into Little Shit. Little Shit is our pop culture segment, where we talk about all the fuck shit on our timelines. And what you sipping, sir?
I'm swearing off liquor. That shit is the poison. That is the devil's nectar. I am on.
Okay, well, this is home of booze, views, and
I'm on
popular
drugs.
opinion, so that would help.
Yeah, well, I don't.
That would help us bring home our
to my
theme
people.
here.
I'm not drinking anything
You
but
should.
some lemonade and water, and I smoked some weed right before the show. So these thoughts are coming from booze, bud, and whatever the fuck else the catchphrase is. I forgot. 'Cause I'm high.
Whatever. He's new here. I'm sorry. This is his first show.
Sorry.
Welcome, be here. Well, I'm on the regular smuggler. Y'all already know what that is. So put your cups up. Put your lemonade up.
It's like it got pulp in it. It's awesome. Cut a little water
like
though. It was a little sugar. It was a little sugary.
You like chewing your liquids.
Yeah, you niggas who don't like pulp are fucking terrorists.
I can do without it.
Terrorism.
I could do without it. Like, it's not something that I need at all.
Pulp.
I'm good either way for real. But if I go buy something, like orange juice or something, I get a minimal pulp. I don't get no pulp, but I don't like as much.
Nigga, lots of pulp. That shit real. Like you were drinking a real orange.
Yeah, I don't want to have to chew my shit. But put your cups in the air and let's toast to niggas who have enough money to pay their baby mamas to not fuck with other niggas.
That was a long fucking caption.
Right. So Tristan Thompson, y'all know Tristan. He always in some shit. Poor guy.
Black
He's
man
like
don't
one
cheat.
of the youngest. He's like, hey,
That shit is trash.
go. Oh man.
I hate it. Get Charlamagne the fuck out of here.
Listen.
Like, niggas gotta fly
I hit
Charlamagne.
B
I'm
Hill.
waiting for Joe. Joe probably gonna fly Charlamagne ass up. I'm hoping he do. That shit is fucking trash.
You fry Charlamagne up.
Yeah, I know, but this is trash though. Like,
You
this
create
is like, he
content,
sound
nigga.
like
We
he,
create
like,
content
rapping
over here.
101.
Fuck
Like,
them other pods. We create content. You fry that nigga.
Nah, that shit is trash.
So let me tell y'all something before we get into this pop culture stuff. I hit B Hill and I was like, I'm waiting for you to hit me and tell me that this Black Men Don't Cheat song is fire, because B Hill loves who he loves, I feel like. And the fact that Lil Duval did it and Charlamagne, them two of the people he really, really loved. I was like, oh, he gonna come back. So him coming back and telling me the song trash, I'm like, oh shit, because I really
like
didn't
Lil
expect
Duval
that from
part.
you.
Like Lil Duval was actually rapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was cool to hear. Like his part was a little dope. You know what I'm saying? But Charlamagne came and stunk that shit all the way up. Like, you gotta get the fuck out of here. Somebody need to get that nigga donkey today. Like that nigga, that nigga.
Charlamagne part was super trash. That whole song was trash. Yeah. But I take Lil Duval's part as more so comedy.
Yeah, I mean, he been doing that shit like,
you know what I'm saying? I mean? Real music on all them shits. That living my best life, all that shit. I took it as comedy. You know, you was taking it as this is a motherfucking hit of summer. And it was
yes,
not.
Yes, the fuck it was. Like, I don't know how.
I don't
that shit
agree.
was number one. How do you say
agree.
if the song is not number one?
That shit was number one for 2 weeks.
Yeah, so that means it's a hit.
That means it won't shit else out for 2 weeks.
No, dog.
Like,
that shit was the jockeying between one and two.
That's all that means.
You just be hating. That's what you are the hater. The most haters I've ever seen.
That's fine, but what I'm saying is I can decipher.
If some shit goes number one, it's a fucking hit. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, it's nothing that you can disprove that shit. If some shit goes number one, that means it's the best. Like,
that means it's the best for 2 weeks, and that means there's nothing else out for those 2 weeks. Now, let me say my shit, because the thing that's different between me and B Hill, I can look at some shit and look at the parts of it. B Hill is just one thing or the other. That's why we always get into our debates. That's why we have a podcast. But we always get into our debates because he either loves it and he's on clouds and unicorns, or it's like trash is the worst shit
That's
ever.
Not true either,
where I can pick apart shit and say, oh, I like the Lil Duval song for it being comedy, for it being this, right? I can look at it for what it is. Not, I think it's like this great fucking song that we're gonna be listening to. I love the message. I'm living my best life. I'm with all that shit. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm with all that shit. But like, let's not act like this shit was just some groundbreaking shit.
It was a hit.
Like, this was just musical shit. Like, this is comedy. This is Champagne Room by motherfucking Chris Rock. This is Party All the Time. My Girl Wanna Party All the Time by fucking Eddie Murphy. It's comedy.
I don't think you can, just because a motherfucker does comedy, like, so that would say that everything Jamie Foxx does is fucking comedy. No,
Jamie Foxx is talented. Jamie Foxx is a musician.
Is talented enough to make a number one fucking song.
Well, we agree to disagree.
It's a lot of niggas who make songs and none of them shits go number one ever. Like, it's a lot of niggas that don't be number one. So for what it is, like, you have to have a certain amount of talent to create a number one song.
But 2 weeks at number one does not make it song of the summer.
It definitely was song of the summer. Do we agree with that? Nigga. Like, it was a number one song, and it came out in the fucking summer
for 2 weeks, and that's the whole summer.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, if it was number one, that means it was like number one, maybe two. You know what I mean? Like, it was jockeying for position. And I don't think it was just number one for 2 fucking weeks, actually. But I don't feel like doing my Google shit. but I mean, that shit was a song of the summer, my nigga. Like, I seen that shit. I've been in multiple spots, like in actual. I went to a concert and that shit went off. Like, it was at the Chris Brown fucking show. That shit, they played that shit. That shit was jamming out that bitch, and that shit was fucking 40,000, 50,000 people out there, bitch. So. Yeah,
all of them was there for that though, right?
No, because he wasn't performing.
Oh, all right then.
That's stupid. Exactly. That's still stupid logic.
No, that's stupid logic that you think just because something was
the song of the summer doesn't have to have somebody being performed. Like, when the song plays, that means it goes. Like, so you trying to tell me when Bodak Yellow was rocking?
So that was the
if she
song
wasn't performing, and then it wasn't a song, like, that doesn't make sense.
Bodak Yellow was definitely song
right,
of
but
that
what
song.
I'm saying, by that your logic, you were saying, like, if they played that song at the Chris Brown show,
it was number one for more than 2 weeks.
Jump, like, and just because, like, she wasn't there to perform like that.
I think it was cute. I think it was catchy. Whatever. I'm standing beside. It was not song of the summer. Definitely like was. That is a real definitive thing. I'm staying with what I'm saying about it not being song of the summer. I give props to Lil Duval for making it do what it do. It wasn't a great song. It was a great message. That was it. And that's what I'm standing by.
Cool.
So, I mean, we just agree to disagree. I mean, neither one of us ain't getting that Lil Duval check. We just agree to fucking disagree. Like, it was a funny song. Like, it was a good message. Like, that's just what it was. This Black Men Don't Cheat song.
Yeah, that shit.
It don't even sound good.
Was a dope song too by Lil Duval and Ty Dolla $ign. That shit was dope too.
Yeah, to Lil Duval Hive. I'm glad y'all got y'all songs. I'm cool. I'm all the way. I don't even really like Lil Duval's comedy. So that's just me. Like, I need something. I like my comedy a little bit more intelligent than what Lil Duval brings. Lil Duval was funny on Twitter. Like, and that's where it was. And then when I went to go see him, I was definitely super cool on Lil Duval. However, a lot of people love Lil Duval. Shout out to Lil Duval Hive. I'm just talking about me. But back to Black Men Don't Cheat. That song was trash. Are you roasting Charlamagne or not?
I just did.
Are you scared to roast Charlamagne?
That shit was garbage. Like, somebody should give him a donkey today. He should be disappointed in himself. Much shit as he talk about motherfuckers and they raps.
Pooping on them bars,
yeah,
right?
That shit was not good.
Hey, Dizzy Van Winkle, your shit was trash, son. Weak. Your shit was trash, Lil Duval. Speaking of trash, going back to Tristan Thompson. So just Tristan Thompson paid his baby mama to stay single. Jordan Craig says that Tristan paid her $112,000 to stay single while he was with Khloe Kardashian. Excuse me. The allegations came when an attorney asked Jordan, he has a thing for Jordans, I see, asked Jordan why Tristan had given her the $112K. And Jordan said, well, I really didn't want to put it out there. I love that that's the way she started that shit out. Well, I didn't really want to put it out there. Right, exactly. It was part of a bribe that Tristan said he would help me if I wasn't like dating anybody or like talking to anybody, and I would come to see him. Tristan claims that he wasn't trying to use the financial leverage to control his ex's dating life. He said he simply wanted to ensure that his son's mom would not have random men around his child. Tomato, tomato. Are we saying the same thing or is it two different things?
Sound like the same thing to me.
Definitely sound like the same thing to me. Like, he like, nah, I didn't pay her for that. I paid her for this. Which is the same thing. Tristan is an interesting character to me because he is a young guy, but he always keeps himself in some type of controversy or some type of trouble that's outside of, basketball and things like that. Do you think this is definitely a case of, trying to have your cake and eat it too? Do you think that this was something that you would do if you were a rich man? Of course, you're not married in this scenario, but if you were a rich man, would you pay a bitch to basically be at your? I pretty much took this as that he paying her to be at his disposal. Is one, I don't want you fuck with nobody else while I'm doing my shit over here. And she also says I would have to come see him, and I'm sure she not coming to see him so they could just chill and shit. Like, would you do some shit like that if you had the bread?
Goddamn right. If I had that bread like that, yeah. Fuck.
What would be the benefits of that? Why would you?
Especially if I got a baby by her and shit. I could see like not having no niggas around your kid. I definitely can dig that. Which is the reason that I ain't want fucking a baby mama. You can't really control it as much as you think, unless you're fucking rich. And even still, niggas was still fucking Nicole Simpson and shit. He rich, and OJ was rich as a motherfucker. But yeah, shit. Goddamn. Yeah, if I had the opportunity and if I could, hell yeah. If I can give you $112,000, I thought out of this $80 million contract that I got, yeah. Goddamn. Chill out over there. Be quiet. Yeah. Shut up. Come over when I call you. I got some more money for you eventually.
Damn it, man. I struggle with this going back and forth because I'm just like, like you said, 112 to a nigga like that ain't shit. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, do I even want somebody that sell their dignity for $112,000? But I'm not a rich man. And I know that whole dynamic is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do get not wanting people, like niggas around your kids and shit like that. But that seemed like just co-parenting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we agree that, we not gonna have motherfuckers around our kid unless we're like in a legit relationship or something. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you just have randoms around the kid versus this is a new person I'm trying to build a life with. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how long it actually lasts, when you going in, you saying, I'm in a relationship. I'm trying to see where this goes versus, it's just jump offs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm looking at you crazy because you can be bought. Like, you just basically a prostitute at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, and do I want, like, I don't know. Like, it's interesting because with this whole Tristan Chloe thing, it's kind of like the more and more information that we find out about it, it's kind of like, oh, this was something to do with a popping family versus he was really into the bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Chloe ain't the most attractive in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, when you get put on with a Kardashian, your spot blows up in the white world. You know what I'm saying? So it make you even more profitable. And I'm sure that shit spills over into, your NBA contract and shit like that, because now more motherfuckers know you. So these women who don't even watch basketball, now they know who you are. So now they come into the games in hopes that they gonna see a Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? So it's always money. Everything is related to the dollars and the cents. But, it's kind of like on the selfish part of it, I'm just like, damn, like, is it motherfuckers I done fuck with that if I could have been out here doing my thing and kept them on ice, I would've. The selfish part of me would have been like, yeah. But then it's kind of like, but would I want a person who would do that? And I guess it's what your intentions are with that person. I guess it depending on your intentions, you might not give a fuck.
For them to be at your disposal as you want. It just depends on, you said, whatever their role is and that they play in your life. Yeah. You want to just fuck them because their sex is good, but you don't, like, as soon as you nut, you ready to go. And they're fine with it. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? That it's not it's more hassle free than, say, other person that you may be fucking and shit and how to deal with on the mental aspect. Yeah. You can got somewhere to go, like a safe spot where you can go and fuck and chill and goddamn dip.
Safe spot, yeah.
That's the American dream.
Yeah, I feel you on that. No, I mean, when you put it that way, I can't really debate that. Word. You know what I'm saying? Would you be on ice for somebody for a certain amount of money for $112,000?
Depending on how cold it is. What kind of, is it dry ice? Is it like freezer ice? Like, is it cool ice?
Like freezer ice, like you can't fuck with nobody but this person. You gotta wait. You gotta be at their disposal for $112K. For a year.
For a year?
For a year.
Nice little penny for a year.
Yeah. And you ain't gotta go work.
Yeah, I ain't got to work. And then, like, if we gonna have to have, you know what I mean? I'm gonna negotiate. We gotta negotiate the terms, but yeah, that's cool. Like, you gonna have to come fuck me significantly enough to make me not want to fuck nobody else. But yeah, I'd lay
up. Like, how significantly? Like once a week?
About 2 or 3 times. Nah, I need at least 3 times. I like to have sex at least 3 times.
All right, so, but this person is with somebody else, so that's
I mean, but if they couldn't get to me and it was like 112, that's a fucking odd ass number. Can you not round it up to $115 at least?
Right, why 112? That is a weird number, like, bro. When you say that, like,
that shit is weird.
112.
Where the players as well. Stash more cash than Berkadels in hell.
Hey. Make you feel good like Tony. Good. Get up in that middle like Moni. Yeah.
Hey, I know Slim mad as hell that his name is Slim now, because that nigga is not Slim.
Yeah, that nigga look like middle-aged, bloated like a bitch. That nigga
is not Slim. You are fucking, you were the opposite, sir. You should just go by opposite. Yeah, I ain't Slim. I eat the artist formerly known as Slim. Fat.
What? Fat nigga.
Come to the stage.
Fat nigga now.
Fat.
No, you think now? Maybe you think. You go from slim to thick.
He's extra. Fat nigga.
Hey, you dumb as shit. I think for 112.
It's a weird ass number.
That is a weird number.
Like, is it something that he bought that was $112,000? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, was it a cumulative thing? Like, that shit is weird. Like,
maybe they went into like a negotiation and he wanted to give her like 95 and she wanted like 120 and they landed at like 112.
Still, niggas like round numbers.
You gotta give out samples. I'm giving out samples to show you that this shit worth 115. At least. Like, give me this extra 3K. So I can.
That shit is weird.
But
yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Motherfuckers be going to Dubai and shit, working for teaching English as a second language for $80,000 tax free. Shit.
Hey, safe sex, $115 for the year.
Man.
I'll do it for a year. I don't know how much longer I would do it because I wouldn't want to,
Shit, I got 3
be
years.
holding
If I
off
can
my
get
happiness.
$300,000 for 3 years, shit.
You do it for 3
yeah.
years?
Nigga, that's three.
Get fucked.
What's that? Three.
Once a week?
336. It's 336,000. What that shit so stupid? That's such a weird ass number.
336,000.
Yeah, I'll hold it down for 3 years. Shit, as soon as I come up out of that bitch though, hey, I got 336,000 to the good.
Nigga, I feel like you gonna be out here spending though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a trick off.
You gonna be getting mad dances from strippers and shit.
Oh nah.
Cause you can't do nothing.
I'm gonna just beat off.
You can only
Tasty Blacks.
Tasty Blacks. All right.
I'm out.
Right.
I'm cool. I got discipline enough.
Hey.
I'll be about that paper.
I think I could get a year or two.
Shot nigga.
I think I could get a year or two.
224,000.
Only because I don't have to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah, like
that's
if you
the only
like
reason,
paying for
because I
my
don't
food
have
and
to go
shit.
to work.
Hell yeah.
If I don't have to go to work, like, yeah, like, cause
Nigga, I'll stay in I'll stay in the guest house. You ain't even got to go far.
All right, look. All right, you in this position, right?
Nigga, I'll sleep.
You
I'll be the
meet
pool
something
boy.
that's bad. You meet something that's like just like super fucking bad.
Like Pilar Sanders.
And
Pilar Sanders, that's my new like fucking crush. She's so fine.
Pilar Sanders is really
Man,
good.
she bad
I
and
Pilar
still
Sanders.
fine.
I haven't seen her recent.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
follow
her
her on
recent.
Instagram. She
And
is
she
fucking
got like a couple kids and look
3.
great.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Yeah. When
She
you
fucking
got
with
a few
Jay Prince
kids,
and
you
shit.
still look great. For real?
Yeah, for real. I mean,
I
the
ain't
nigga got
know
an
that.
island, so goddamn. I mean,
Nah, I know that nigga got money.
fuck yeah.
And he like got way more swag than Dion anyway. Dion kind of got like that corny swag to me. Like, I don't know. If you said Jay Prince taking out money, cause Jay Prince probably still got more money than Deion Sanders anyway. But if you taking out money, you just comparing person to person. I think Jay Prince is more, I would go with Jay Prince. I don't know. Deion Sanders always been corny to me. Like, he always been corny. Must be the money that's making me. How that shit go? You remember that? That go in the Lil Duval category.
I remember the fucking video though.
Must be the money. But yeah, I think I would, I think I could do it for a year too. But if you met like something that was just bad, Pilar Sanders,
For
right?
sure.
You halfway through your contract, your 6 months, you got 6 months left on the contract. You gonna break the shit and give up the 60,000?
Nah, but you just gotta hold, come on, hold tight. Hold tight. I'm gonna just be texting you like hell. We gonna be texting like shit.
I'm gonna just be texting.
For 6 months. And so
Hey,
I'm like,
funny as shit.
I'm gonna wear your ass out for 6 months. FaceTime, all type of shit. I'm just telling her, like, look,
Hey,
man,
the only way
got some shit going
you
on.
gonna tell
Need you to hold
you
it down.
like, I'm practicing celibacy.
Yeah, I'm in a convict.
Tell him. Listen,
Is it a
all you
convent?
gotta
What the
do
fuck
is
was
run
I'm
that.
talking about? What is that shit?
A convent.
Yeah, convent.
This for
yeah.
nuns, not for you.
That's
though.
for women. Right? I mean, it's for nuns.
You gotta
and
go
shit,
to
right?
a monastery,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm in the convent. I would
Yeah.
tell the bitch I was in the convent anyway. I'm in here in the convent
You're
trying
in
to
there
practice
fucking
restraint.
nuns.
There's nothing but women in here. 'Cause black men don't cheat.
Hey, that's funny as shit. Black men don't cheat. Hey, somebody said, if y'all keep posting this black men don't cheat, I'm releasing
For
all
sure.
the DMs out this bitch. Hey, that's funny as shit. Yeah, the only way I would break my contract is if a better contract came.
Yeah,
along.
that's a fact. Yeah. Me in a position like I was in my job, like, God damn. Like, so like you got, so all right, boom. So what if it's like Pilar Sanders? Okay, for you, what if it's Rihanna and Rihanna paying you like $120 just to chill and she would only fuck you? But then, right? But see, you different. You a girl. You ain't gonna. So say Monique come in and she was like, I give you like 650,000.
No.
650.
No.
I'm gonna buy you a house.
No.
Nothing.
No.
You just gonna roll with Rihanna.
No, I would vomit. I can't.
Even
I
after
would
she
have
shaved her
to.
leg.
I need $1 million.
650 is a lot of money.
I don't give a fuck. I need $1 million. Like, ew, Monique, that is gross. Like, no, I'm not. No. The answer is no.
All right.
You taking Monique? I know you are.
For 650? Oh yeah, we lit. We going podcast.
Yeah,
we going podcast to another level in a year.
No, and I just want you to know. I just want you to know. And Monique in it, you know, Daddy in it. So you fucking both of them, man.
I ain't fucking.
You definitely fucking with both of them. Jerry.
I ain't fucking with Jerry.
No.
But yeah, we gonna have to have a conversation.
I'll take the 120 from Rihanna though. For real, I'll take 80 from Rihanna.
You'll take 50. Yeah.
Maybe.
Sure.
You'll take 52, nigga. Don't lie.
I'm free. I don't need nothing.
Rihanna.
I don't need nothing.
Like,
we can go out to eat and I will buy it. I will pay. I will take you out to eat. Where you want to go? Chili's got 2 for $25 now. And I got an app. And when you download the app, you get some free queso. Fuck you trying to do?
Hey, yo. You get some free queso. Yo, who was I talking to? And they was just like, I was talking to somebody this weekend and they was like, they dad started dating. And the dad was like, he's an older man, of course, like in his 60s and shit. And he didn't start back dating and shit. And, said, he was pissed because he going to spots like Chili's and Applebee's and shit like that. And the bitch is not ordering the, 2 for $20 shit and all that. And Pop's pissed like, nah, like, I feel like they just using me to go out to eat. And so
they probably are.
I'm an Uber driver, bro. I was like, listen, what you need to know is all women use niggas for food. So you need to get on that. Like, you need to understand that that's just how the game goes.
But you gotta strike then. Like, that's your opportunity. Like, that's how you kill them.
Right.
Like,
it's your audition.
Yeah. Like, exactly. That's when you get them. Like, you know
it's like when you go to Myrtle Beach and they try to sell you on the timeshare.
For sure.
Like, this is where you do your pitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just using you for the free vacation, bro. I'm using you for the free room. So if you gonna persuade me to buy this timeshare,
they almost caught
you
me
need
too,
to get your pitch.
I almost got caught about 4 times.
Hey, you ain't the only one.
Like, boy, that's a good deal. I can come down. How many times now? You drawing the circles upside down. Can you show me? Flip the paper around.
I almost got one with somebody. Like, I was married and shit. Like, yeah, we can go ham and like, hell no.
The fucking turkey sandwiches, man, they be putting some shit in there.
It's like the tea and get out.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
The turkey sandwich.
It's funny you say that, right? So, like, speaking, going back to my job real quick, my homegirls, like, it's a couple of homegirls I work with. They black and shit, and my director.
They black and shit.
My director and shit. They're managers, and my director, which is their direct boss, she's the one who like coerced me to stay and shit. So they like, cause I was just mad at, like, after I put my resignation into the other job, I was like, man, fuck. I called, and then I started doing my actual job again. I realized how much I hate it, and I called my homegirl Tasha and shit. I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking trash. Like, I hate this shit. And then I was like, I don't know why the fuck I damn told them I didn't want that job. And she was like, her and this other black girl came in and she was like, oh, Jeannie, cause she white, obviously. And she was like, oh, she put that spoon on that cup. Put your ass in that trance and shit. I was like, I started laughing like shit cause that bitch damn sure got me, man. She damn sure got me.
She did. For sure. That's funny.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Oh man. Tristan Thompson paying $112 to keep his baby mama.
That shit lit.
Extra penis free is lit as shit. Lit.
I fuck with it.
I think it's lit just cause you can.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Just cause you can. Yeah. Like, if you can get a bitch to do what you want to do for some change, why not?
Pimpin'.
That's you. Pimpin'. Oh man. All right. So, for the past couple of days, it's been this whole auntie conversation, right? So, Ava DuVernay, Oprah, and Gayle do not like being called auntie. Now, y'all know in the black community, it's not uncommon for people to earn, and I want to say the word earn, the label auntie, after displaying like some serious black girl magic or sharing some wisdom or just, being somebody in the community that, we look up to. The question was raised after Ava DuVernay admitted on Van Lathan's Red Pill podcast that she doesn't love being called Auntie Ava on Twitter. She was like, Auntie Ava, why am I that old? I'm only 46 years old. I don't feel like I'm that old. It's not a respect thing. Like, Auntie Ava is just like Aunt Jemima. Now, she called in the cavalry later on, Oprah and Gayle. And Oprah.com.
Right. Just gonna call in motherfuckers like that.
Right, exactly. So, OprahMagazine.com did a story on it, and in the article, Oprah says, I cringe at being called auntie or mama by anybody other than my nieces or godchildren. She said, except if I'm in Africa where it's a custom to refer to anybody older as sister or auntie. My bad. And there is no reference that you can't call anybody in Africa basically by their first name, and it's out of respect, right? And Gail says, I get that it's a sign of respect, but no one is calling Beyonce Auntie Beyonce. Now, I have thoughts on this one, but how do you feel about this, young sir? How do you feel about this topic, and especially being a man? How do you feel about that?
Slow news week. First and foremost.
Really?
Yeah.
You think so? Well, it is a slow news week, but I was going to talk about this regardless.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because I'm a woman.
I guess, I don't know. I call motherfuckers I got ladies that I call auntie that are older than me. You know what I'm saying? She's 46. That's damn near 50. You are an auntie. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's not like the worst thing to be called in the world. You know what I mean? Like they could, so it's just like, especially me from being from the South and shit. So I call people ma'am and, you know what I mean? And miss and shit like that.
Yeah.
So and I've been told, don't call me ma'am. I'm like, it's just good home training. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's not
true.
Like me trying to degrade
Personal.
you or anything, like saying that I'm just, ma'am. That's just how I was raised. But in terms, I guess the auntie shit, it's like I said, or just call you Ava. But if that's what, I can't be mad at what you don't want to be called. You know what I'm saying? Like if you don't want to be called something, then you certainly have the right not to be. But, I don't really think it's that big of a deal if you call Auntie Ava.
Yeah.
Because you are equivalent to an auntie age, especially if you don't have kids and you do have aunties. You know what I mean? Or, you know what I'm saying? Nieces and nephews and shit that could be of age enough to call you auntie. And if you have a 20-year-old that you're 26 years older than, then
right.
It's either auntie or cousin or some shit or whatever. But right. I guess going to the fact that we're not actually you're not my aunt. So, or, I'm not related to you in that regard. So don't call me that shit. Yeah, that makes sense. But it's worse that you can be called, I guess.
Facts. I just found it very interesting because it is, what I said before, like in the Black community, especially in the Black social media realm, auntie is something you gotta earn, right? Like auntie is something where we feel like you so fucking dope, you part of the family now. Like you fucking auntie, you know what I'm saying? Like you auntie Ava, all right, Ava. We gonna say, okay, you feel the way about that. Oprah and Gail, y'all bitches in y'all 60s. Y'all definitely aunties, mamas, and grandmas out this bitch. Like, come on, man. Like, it was very interesting to me because what I saw from it was insecurity, right? It's insecurity about you feeling old. It's insecurity about you being an older person in the entertainment community. But it's really love. You know what I'm saying? Like, we looking at it as love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you and the family, that's love. Like, you done did some shit, like, love. And come on, Beyonce, I felt like that Beyonce shit was a reach. Gail, you 64 years old. Beyonce is 36 years old. Like, ain't nobody calling Auntie. I'm pretty sure it might be some 20-year-olds calling her Auntie Beyonce.
Yeah, Auntie B, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it's love, you know what I'm saying? And my whole thing about the whole, Oprah thing is, okay, so why is that love in Africa, but it can't be love
right,
here?
That's definitely, so we should probably want to adopt those traditions if that's the case.
Yeah, that's the thing, so you respect it here, but not here. Now, let me give y'all a little bit of backstory about me and Oprah. I've recently started to get, liking Oprah as a person. I've always liked Oprah as a businesswoman. Always respected Oprah, looked up to Oprah in the business realm. But I always had this thing in the back of my mind that Oprah was kind of a bitch, right? But in more recent history, in the people that she's kind of surrounded herself with, she surrounded herself with more Black women and all of that, and just seeing Oprah kind of be chill and, let loose and shit like that. I started to like Oprah as a person a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of okay, so they can call you that in Africa, but we can't call you that here. Like, but we telling you what it means. You know what I'm saying? I get anybody not wanting to be called something, but at the end of the day, like, you're kind of a public figure. So people are like, this is how we're paying homage to you. This is how we're showing people like, oh no, you're not fucking with auntie or uncle, you know, whoever it is, because that's fam. That's how we rock. In the black community, we covet family. You know what I'm saying? That white people don't have no cousins. We covet family. You know what I'm saying? We covet aunties and uncles. And even like on a non-famous thing, if you call somebody your sister, your uncle, your auntie, your cousin, you gotta fuck with them like that, even though they're not related to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like this thing where I get you can say, you know, hey, I prefer not to be, but I do understand that it's an honor. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be long before Beyonce is Auntie Beyonce. Not to me, because that can't happen. But, you know what I'm saying? Or Issa Rae or anybody like that. Right now, they cousin. You know what I'm saying? But y'all are clearly at an age where it's okay for y'all to be labeled in that auntie thing. And we're not thinking about it as an age thing. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it just, you know, you let your insecurity untuck a little bit. You know what I'm saying? About age and shit like that. Do you I know that like you talked about the ma'am thing and all of that. Like, is there a point for a man? Cause I feel like age is more so a thing that is pushed on women versus men, right? Do you feel a way if, you know, somebody calls you sir or,
hell yeah.
Or
like now? Cause I'm like,
whatever.
cause I'm, yeah, motherfuckers be calling me sir and shit. I'm like, bro, I ain't no sir. I mean, I got a bald head and shit, so like, you know, but I ain't no fucking sir. You know what I'm saying? I'm goddamn me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll joke with you and shit, but I mean, from a respect thing, like it is what it is, depending where it's coming from. You know what I'm saying? But like, right? Yeah, it'd be weird. You know what I mean? Like, but I guess in terms, like you hear yes man way more than you hear yes sir. You know what I'm saying? I guess, just from, you know, when I speak to women, period. Like, I'll call a younger girl, yes ma'am, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it doesn't necessarily have like an age thing. It's just more like a respect thing. Just respect and fucking in term of endearment more so than anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, I was raised like that, you know what I'm saying? But like, I do yes sirs and shit like that, but when I hear it do be weird, because I don't be feeling like 36 and shit in certain, like in my mind, in certain aspects and shit. Like, I don't just walk around like, hey, niggas better respect me and goddamn call me sir, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I ain't like that. But like, you know, now as I get older, you know what I mean, my kids like are fucking growing up like the neighbors' kids call me Mr. Brandon and shit, you know what I'm saying? So like, that shit's still weird, but you know, being a parent is still weird, because I be feeling like it's still surreal, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I guess I spent way more of my life not being a parent than I am, so now I'm just getting in the habit of doing that shit. But now, you know, I am Mr. Brandon and shit like that, which is weird, but it is what it is. So I mean, I embrace it and rejoice in it and keep it playing. Yeah. Keep it player.
I mean, yeah, because, you know, these are kids, so you are Mr. Brandon to them. You know what I mean? It's not like it's, you know what I mean, some 29-year-old calling you Mr. Brandon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are children, but I get you, because I go by my parents never brought us up on saying ma'am and sir and shit like that.
They from the South.
But they from the South, but my mom grew up in DC. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, my dad never instilled that into us. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I started adopting more so of the ma'am and sir thing when I moved to the South, only as a respect type thing. And I felt like I can get further with that. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about it, it's actually probably more of a manipulation thing than a respect thing. But, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'll say like ma'am and sir and things like that, especially in sticky situations. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where you trying to appear, you know, definitely, more respectful. But you know, aging is an interesting thing, right? But at the end of the day, we need to understand that we are aging, whether we feel like it or not. Because I know I don't feel my age. You don't feel your age. The craziest thing to me, when the thing that makes me feel my age the most is when somebody is giving me the compliment that I don't look my age, right? But it's like this backhanded compliment thing almost, right? And they be like, damn, you don't look, and you be like, but they make the age seem like the shit so far.
I mean,
like, but you don't look like that. Yeah, I mean, get down there. But it's been like that since 30s period. My 30s period on up to present. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, damn, like, no, but I don't feel that way. But I personally, I guess I don't really take offense to ma'am or anything like that. But when I'm addressing people, it's very interesting to me when I sat back and actually looked at this, because I was with my homie family this weekend, and her mom, like, super fucking cool. Like, her mom's super fucking cool, right? And I don't be knowing whether to put Miss in front of her name or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I just be in a place where I be like,
I'm always with the Miss. I ain't with the whole, I don't even misconstrue it. I know a bunch of cool pops and moms and shit, and like, yeah, I be like, I still call them Mr. and Mrs. and or Miss. You know what I mean? That's just how I was raised.
Yeah, so. I think cool I kind of went back and forth with it. You know what I'm saying? It kind of just depends on how I'm feeling, how I say it, but she never corrected me either way. I don't think she really cared in this particular situation, to be completely honest, but I never like want to, it's this thin line, because you never want to disrespect somebody, or you don't want to make them feel like, yeah, I mean, like, you, either way, like a miss or mister could be disrespectful, or just calling them by their first name could be disrespectful. So it's kind of like, yeah, you know, kind of finding that shit out. But, you know, I just feel like, you know, fine, we won't call you that, but you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we giving you this as an honor. We giving you this because we love what you do. We love what you bring to the culture. You a part of the family. But if you don't want that honor, then fuck it. But when you go to Africa, Oprah, you know what I'm saying, they call you that and you cool with it, I feel like that's a little biased. I really do. I feel like that. And Gail, I love you, Gail. However, that was a reach with the Beyonce thing. Like, you could literally be Beyonce's mother. Like, you're almost twice the age of Beyonce. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. So in Auntie news, is that lit or shit?
I guess it's shit.
Yeah, I think it's kind of shit too. Cause like, take the honor. Like, how many of us really seeing you like that, where we calling you that? Like, how many people like, you know, in real life really calling you Auntie Ava or Auntie, you know what I mean? Like, your inner circle. These people you don't even fucking know. So I'm calling that shit. Chris Brown, may or may not went on a roasting rant of Victor Cruz over the weekend. There were some messages from Chris Brown's official IG account under a picture of Carucci and Victor Cruz, where Chris Brown basically shaded Victor Cruz about his wardrobe and his style and all of that. And he said, "No shade, boo, but please style him." It's like he shopping off the mannequin and trying to make a bargain sale with the manager. He looked like a retired wrestler in Spanx. I'm fucking around. God bless. No shade. Just minor. He also wrote, in his Instagram story, "Is it a sucker move to be thinking about your ex?" Now, since all of this, Chris Brown has come back and deleted the messages and saying that he didn't do it. I guess basically claiming that he was hacked or whatever. Chris is a character, and I don't feel like this is far outside of Chris's scope of acting. You think Chris was on them drugs and in his feelings, or you think Chris was hacked? You think Chris said
I
this
don't know.
shit?
That shit was like 5-6 years ago, bro. Like, that nigga, like, I don't know. I don't know who can hack nigga shit nowadays. I don't really know. Like, how you go about hacking a motherfucker shit. But I guess I'm not a hacker, so I guess I wouldn't know. But, I don't know. I mean, we obviously know he be high and shit, but at the same time, like, I don't really think that was, like, I don't think he would be hating to the point, like, I mean, he, you know what I mean, on Buddy like that. But who knows? I don't know. But, that shit was mad long ago, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, and granted, obviously, that she had a significant role in his life and shit like that, and he loves her, but I don't know if he'd be to the extreme of, like, doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, though. Ain't no telling. I really have no clue.
I think Chris is an odd character. he's an interesting character. Because, you know, he'll even get in his feelings about Rihanna. And that was a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like 50-50 on it, to be completely honest. Cause we know Chris does drugs. We know that. And I attribute it to, if he did do it, he was probably on some shit, like in his feelings, seeing the picture, because, you know, sometimes you might see your ex or something like that, whether they with somebody or not, and you might ponder on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? You might be remembering the good times, or, you know, whatever. And just because, you know, you're Chris Brown and you have access to unlimited women, that just makes the more significant women in your life on an even higher pedestal, right? Because you actually had something real with them. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like Chris Brown is one of those territorial guys as well. Like, he may not necessarily want you, but he could be on some Tristan shit where he don't want you with nobody else either. You know what I'm saying? And Victor Cruz, I feel like Victor Cruz is kind of like a guy that's not, he got his own. He not a downgrade from a Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, your girl either leveled on the same level or possibly leveled up, because Victor Cruz has kind of like a better reputation than a Chris Brown. So, you know, you could be feeling the way, but I don't know, man. It was just real interesting. The events that went down, like you said, like, who really hacking like that? I mean, it can't happen, but it's like, oh, somebody hacks you for like 10 minutes and that's what they decided to do with that. Like, you got 10 minutes to hack Chris Brown, and this is what you decide, you know, to do with it. So, you know, it's just a very interesting thing. In your single days, have you did anything out of character when you were missing someone?
Yeah, like pop up the jobs and shit. Like pop up to where they were.
Oh shit, you will pop up the job, nigga?
Not like, you know what I mean? Like, not like on some creepy shit, but just like, oh, just happened to be shopping here, buying some underwear. Didn't see you there.
Well, I knew you was gonna say underwear.
Didn't see you there over there. Didn't know that you been here since 8 o'clock. No, I'm just playing. But no, I mean, yeah, hell yeah. Like, motherfuckers, I pop up, like, if you're in a common area type shit, like if you work at a department store or some shit like that, yeah, goddamn, I'm gonna go through there, say what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Buy a drink, buy something, work at a bar, like a bartender. I go to a bar and shit, goddamn, order a drink.
Bro,
yeah, I definitely done that.
Let me tell you my flaw. My flaw is I get into my drunk text bag.
Oh yeah.
But I ain't gonna say.
Chris Brown ironically has a song called "Drunk Texting." Good song.
Right. Oh, I get in my drunk text bag, but I don't be on no shit like, oh, I miss you, whatever. I get in my drunk text bag like, what you doing? But I ain't text you in like months. Mm-hmm. Like, why am I texting you? You know what I'm saying? Yo, I ain't gonna say that. Oh, I was just about to throw my whole self under the bus. But yeah, I'll get into my drunk text bag, and that's my shit. And I'll be like, you need to stop doing that. Like, you need to stop doing that. One night I was looking at my text, bro, like the next morning I was looking at my text, and I had text like, fuck 6, motherfucker. And I was just like, you gotta
throwing your shit out there.
Like, you really gotta chill.
Gotta catch a net wide, like, nigga. Pull them fishes in.
Right. Yeah, bro. I gotta stop doing that, bro.
What take my mama say? Spread,
lay it low, spread it wide.
Spread it wide.
Facts off the lay it low and spread it wide. Like, and the thing about it is, like, you know, I done lived a couple places, and I done had situations in a couple places. So I'm just like, yo, first, what are you trying to do? Like, you just trying to have a couple weekends lined up? Like, what are you doing? Like, why did you text? Like, why did you do all this texting? And then the other fucked up part about it, I'm texting you on some cocky shit. Like, you wanted me to text you. That's crazy. Like, it's fresh because I've done this. Yeah, that shit is crazy. But again, I don't know about this whole Chris Brown thing. Is it lit or shit to be texting your exes?
It's lit, but black men don't cheat. So.
Or I think it's lit only because it gives context. It gives content, and I I'm not necessarily sure if Chris Brown got hacked or not, because this doesn't seem far out of Chris Brown's realm, to be completely honest. Real quick, so they saying like your man Joe slipped up and alluded that the breakup with him and Santana is a stunt for loving hip hop. That's not quite what I got from the clip, but I don't know if it's like a social media reach. But it got me to thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think Joe would do something like that for TV?
I don't know. Not to the level that he at now. Like, he's probably, you know what I mean? He all right, and financially, like, I don't really think, because I mean, he let him tell it. He's the one that said that the only reason he did loving hip hop was because of Sin, you know what I'm saying? So she can kind of have an outlet and do some shit. So I don't know, man. That's weird. I wouldn't call off my fucking, you know what I mean, engagement and all that other crazy shit for fucking that bullshit ass TV show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and for that check, like,
yeah, like that
I
check
know
probably
people checks is different, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, is that worth it? You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like, I'm thinking like him and Sin having this conversation, like maybe Sin trying to convince him, like, we can do this, we can make this quick bag, like whatever. I don't know. And the reason they really got me thinking about it, because I was just like, you know, he kind of exposed the fact that him and Tahiri wasn't even together when he proposed to her. You know what I'm saying? He told us that he basically did it for TV. So I'm just like, I mean, if he would do that.
Yeah. I mean, but he was broke then.
You know what I'm saying?
he ain't no cheese like that. So, I mean, that's not true. That's not excusing the fact, but motherfucker do, you know, desperation calls for desperate measures and shit. So, you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, you're right. I just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would necessarily, you know, do that. But if you and your significant other on the same page about why y'all doing something, then maybe it don't impact y'all like that. I don't know. It's just been a little weird from a public standpoint. And when I say a public standpoint, is what us general public have been privy to, because they did break up. We don't really know the details around it. We heard that maybe Joe cheated, but it just seemed like really, really abrupt. You know what I'm saying? And Sam been putting out these little shits on social media, like a man. What's the whole quote? A man can't be rich. A man who don't take care of his family can't be rich, right. And like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I also try to take Sam with a grain of salt, because she is a young girl. You know what I'm saying? Joe, a 40-year-old man, and she 26 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I try to look at it like that way, but it's going to be real interesting. And if this show comes back on and the main highlight is going through the details of this breakup frame by frame, it's going to look a little odd.
Yeah, that shit corny.
Especially for Joe. Yeah, that shit corny. Joe and Sam breaking up for the cameras is litter shit. Possibly breaking up for the cameras. Litter shit. Yeah, that's super shit. Since we know what's lit or shit, let's get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to listeners who clearly don't care about taking advice from people who is drunk and or high. Oh, you ready to get into this letter?
Yeah, happy Juneteenth almost, because by the time y'all hear this, it'll be, you know, past Juneteenth, so. Go listen to Juneteenth.
Shout out to B for keeping me straight.
It was fucking incredible. It's one of the best episodes ever. Yeah. Really good episode.
Hey, shout out to B for keeping me honest.
The only reason I did that is because I got an appointment tomorrow and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss it. And I was like, oh shit, this shit's on the 19th. And then it also had Juneteenth there. Shout out to the iPhone for fucking recognizing that shit.
Facts. Shout out to them. Yeah, shout out to that. And again, shout out to B for keeping me honest with that, because I meant to say that too. So our letter today says, Dear Dr. Fresh and Dr. Bill with the salad.
Yeah, you heard it. You be listening.
Out here. Be about to be on the doctor.
That's a fact.
I was working from home and watching that.
Dr. Phil.
It was, you know that show, The Doctor?
Oh, yeah,
four doctors. Yeah. Anyway, it say, I have a female best friend and we have been friends since we were children. Our mom, You already know. Our moms are best friends. We've always had fun growing up and could tell each other anything. She was always one of the guys. She was such a tomboy that we would forget that she was a girl.
Pull that pussy
After
out.
high school. Hey yo, be the only nigga that give ad-libs to letters, yo. That shit funny.
Yeah,
hey, you the Migos
really
of listener letters and shit.
So she pulled that pussy
Migos
out.
of listener.
Forgot she was a boy till she had that, till she undressed in front of me and I ain't see no dick.
Dang, ah. You know, they'll just be saying some shit. Pussy, oh my God, yeah.
Tourette's.
Mama. Right. Ad-libs is just Tourette's. Ad-libs is Tourette's.
Especially Jim Jones ad-libs.
Ad-libs is Tourette's. All right, back to what I was saying. Boom. After high school, I went to the military and she moved to California to go to college and to start her career. We still talk often, but we rarely seen each other in the past 8 years. We were both in town for Memorial Weekend and we hung out. Well, she is not a tomboy anymore. She has grown into her grown woman and is absolutely beautiful. I've been thinking about her ever since. I told my homeboy about my feelings and he said that's kind of gross because we have a sibling type relationship.
Nah.
Well, newsflash, she is not my sister and I'm trying to see what's up. Dr. Bill and Dr. Fresh, what should I do? And this is from Kai.
Kai, you should go fucking shout out. I got a play nephew, fucking for Pete's sake, but he got his name Kai. Shout out to Kai. But fucking yes, man, you should fucking pursue that. She bad. You ain't got no girl. I don't know if she got some shit going on or whatever, but hell yeah, fuck that shit. Fuck all that. I mean, the best friends make the fucking. I mean, it could be make or break. It could
True.
You could spawn into a great relationship, romantically, or it could not. But I mean, shit, if you catch the vibes, I'll say that. So like, I think next time you're around her, like, don't just be like the weirdo nigga, creep nigga. Just like, if she got you friend zoned, don't try to break through the zone and shit. Like, if you get a vibe and maybe express yourself like in a cool way, you know what I'm saying? Not like to the point where it's like, overt, but if you catch a vibe, you know what I'm saying, that she kind of feeling you and shit, yeah, hell yeah, fuck that shit. Don't let another nigga get her. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would shoot my shot if the vibe and the moment was right. I wouldn't just be like, I don't know. But see, that's the beautiful thing about text messages. Like, it's like a gift and a curse, because like you can send what you want and kind of like motherfucker gonna read it for sure. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously it's up to interpretation at that point. But
right.
I mean, shit. But you can, if you strategically and thoughtfully put out a text that, kind of like encapsulates your thoughts and how you feel about it and shit. You know what I mean? I think if you can send her a text that way, or you can just wait till you get around it and just kind of let it happen naturally, as naturally as possible, I guess, considering that you're already kind of, creeping on her and shit in a sense. But yeah, I mean, I definitely would suggest, pursuing it, the heart, what's what the heart wants. So go for it.
Okay, so this is where I'm landing with it, right? So you said in this letter that y'all talk often, right? So you talk often, but you didn't get the vibe until you actually laid eyes on her. So now that you've laid eyes on her, it might just be your dick talking. And you don't want to fuck this shit up because your dick talking. Because you like the way she looks, because you already know who she is as a person. You've already had conversation with her and you wasn't all enchanted, with her then. I would definitely say test the waters. Don't just go in, bro. Because if you weird a female out, you gonna fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it were me, I'm always about testing the water first. Stick your motherfucking toe in and see what's going on. Y'all don't see each other often. Maybe y'all make some plans to hang out. And then you can see, what's going on. Either you go to California or you make plans for her to come to where you guys at. Cause obviously if y'all ain't really seen each other that much in 8 years, you know, cause it's friends that I haven't seen in a long time, but we still communicate on a very regular basis. And it's hard to believe that you haven't seen this person. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Like, figure out, like what B said, figure out what she got going on. You don't want to mess up a friendship, a genuine friendship, because your dick hard. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that the best relationships has a base of friendship. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And not necessarily a whole lifetime of friendship, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's rooted in friendship. Like, I always say my goal is I would like to be with somebody who is my friend who I like having sex with. Like, that's the ultimate relationship for me, because we just cool. We have a good time together. I know motherfuckers who 100% be like, oh, if I wasn't with them, I wouldn't talk to them, because we don't have nothing in common. We wouldn't even be friends after this relationship ended. You know what I'm saying? So I would say test it. Women are easily creeped out. You know what I'm saying? And if you put her in a position where she thinks of you like a brother, and you come at her on some crazy shit, she ain't gonna know exactly how to curve you, but she's going to curve you. And then that's gonna make all these talks y'all done had few and far between. You know what I'm saying? Because once something happens, you can't go back and pack that shit up. Like, y'all can get past it for sure. If y'all really friends and you creep her out, I feel like y'all can get past it, but it's gonna create a weirdness. You know what I'm saying? So I would say stick your toe in the water. See what's going on. Even when you having a conversation, just mention the fact, you know, like, wow, like, you know, you look great. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen you. You've grown up. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's on some jokey shit. Like, yo, if you got a sense of humor, you can get far as a bitch. Oh, yeah. So,
rule number one,
you know what I mean? So,
make a woman laugh. You can get
facts. If you can make her laugh, you can make her moan. Listen. So, you need to figure out, you know, what's up. And at the end of the day, even if it's no vibes there, I feel like you would still want to keep this woman as a friend. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know, kind of test it out first and see what's up. It could lead to something beautiful, or it could be, hey, I don't see you that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I definitely have friends that are hella attractive, but I don't see them that way. Just because of the history and who we are, you know, to each other. And, so test that out. Any last perspective for, comedy?
Nah, man, I think, you know, shoot your shot, but just do it tactfully. You know what I mean? Just kind of like,
facts.
Especially if you got like some inside jokes or some shit, like the friendship aspect it plays to your advantage, because you got, you know what I mean, a whole bunch of shit to go off of. But yeah, just, you know, finesse it, walk a fine line, you know what I mean? And then goddamn seize the moment. Laissez-faire. Yeah. Is it laissez-faire? Nah, that's not it.
No, you thinking about Carpe Diem. Yes, that's what you're thinking about.
Y'all niggas don't know Latin.
Latin on you hoes. You got
laissez-faire.
Did you take Latin?
That shit is like economics.
French.
Yeah, but it's like there's something based with economics, I believe. Don't get me the line. Fuck it.
But yeah, if y'all want to get some more A1 advice from Dr. Fresh and Dr. Bill with the silent H,
sure.
Hit us at the ain'tshitshow@gmail.com. That's the X where the IV should be, and you'll let them get read on the show.
Yeah.
Now let's wrap up this hoe with that free smoke. Smoke. For the new people here, Free Smoke is where we talk about any hot button personal topics. It can be anything from politics to petty, anything we really want to talk about in this segment. Today's topics come from actually my weekend, right? So these are, I got up with a bunch of different people this weekend. It was a very,
eclectic group.
Mixed weekend, eclectic weekend for me, with the different individuals that I got up with this weekend. Family, friends, friends that are like family, a bunch of different people I was with. So these are actually conversations that I had this weekend that I wanted to bring to the show to talk about in Free Smoke.
Topics for the show. That's dope.
No, I just be having dope ass conversations, bro. But I do document a lot. So that's how these shows come about. I document all week. Thank God to Notes and Apple phone. So I'll be like, no, like you'll never be talking to people be like, oh, that'd be good for the show. I be saying that out loud. I'm like, I want to see what that means on the show. So my mind is always forward. That's just how I get down. But these are actually conversations that I had, and I want to like get your opinion on it and get the listeners' opinions on it. So this conversation actually stems from the show a little bit, where we talked about betrayal last week. And we talked about betrayal in regards to the Jada Pinkett thing, and talking about, if, infidelity is not the biggest betrayal, XYZ. We talked about that last week. So this first conversation that I had is in regards to betrayal. So I was made privy to a situation where, a party was having, basically like sex parties, with their significant other, right? So they were having sex parties, and, the husband ended up cheating with the third party, right? To the point where the husband was bringing this person in. The person lives out of town, was bringing this person in, to fuck and all of those things, right? And the party that I was talking to, they were pissed about it, and some things went down in regards to that. So the conversation, the additional conversation that was had by that is, someone said, I don't think that a person can complain that their significant other was having sex with somebody else when they were too, in fact, having sex with somebody else. It was just the three of them. Do you feel like that's true? Like, if you decided that that's how you wanted to conduct your relationship, do you feel like now that you've let someone in, on your relationship, that is not cheating?
I mean, if it's something that we agreed upon, yeah. Like, so if it's me and my old lady and we decide to like bring another person in our relationship, absolutely. I mean, in terms of it's not cheating because, but it depends on the agreement. Like, if we set the ground rules, like, hey, like we only gonna fuck her together, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise it would be cheating. Or if we decide that we're starting to feel, have feelings for that other person, or want to have sex outside of our relationship, like while I'm at work and y'all motherfuckers might be off and y'all can fuck, you know what I mean? Just let me know about it, you know what I mean? Like, as long as I'm like privy to it, I think, you know what I mean? But it's when it's done in secret, I think that's when the fuck shit comes about, you know what I mean?
And that's interesting you say that, because that was my stance on it. I feel like betrayal is anything outside of what's agreed upon, right? I feel like, people have different ways of conducting their relationships, and it's not for outsiders to determine how other motherfuckers should conduct their relationship. However, if me and my significant other say these are the terms of our relationship, we can do this shit together, but anything outside of together is cheating, then that's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I am also the person who believes in, I think that bringing another person in your relationship always goes bad. I don't know of a situation yet where that has went how they thought that it would go. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know that you're opening Pandora's box. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. Ain't no ass like new ass.
Ain't no shoes like, nothing like some new shoes. Same shit.
Right. So it's kind of like, no matter how good your sex life is with your significant other, y'all done been together for some years, right? So a person could come in with something that is not even as good. It's just different. And that's intriguing because it's new. You know what I'm saying? So it never works out well when someone brings in a third party into their relationship. I'm down for a threesome. I'm just not down for it with someone that I'm in a relationship with, only because I know me. I'm not trying to share. I'm not trying to, that's not my bag. Like, I don't get off on that. I don't want to see the person that I'm building this life with fucking moaning and groaning with somebody else. But that's just how I'm built. I'm not saying that other people shouldn't do that. I'm just saying you need to be aware of the things that could possibly happen. And, you know, the conversation that I was having, they were like, nah, if y'all bringing other people in, it's all fair. Like, I don't feel like they could be mad that this happened. I feel like you can absolutely be mad that this happened.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel why they would say that, because, like, you don't be mad when Pandora come out that box, you know what I'm saying? Because you done brought the box in the fucking room. So, like, you just, you know what I mean? Like, don't be mad at the wrath that is created by what you've done, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, but I mean,
you gotta suffer the
consequences. All things are about choices and making the right ones. So,
right,
you know, that's if that's a choice that you choose, you got to suffer the consequences. Everything has a positive and negative reaction. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be all hunky dory for the first 4 or 5 times, and then motherfucker like some shit that other motherfucker like they do a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, deceit comes in, and that's when that's when human feelings, you know what I mean, come in, because y'all already, like, clearly are fucking a little to the left in terms of, which is fine, but you just gotta, you know what I mean, like, your little, you know, your perception's a little altered in terms of your sexual preferences and shit. So, you know, people already got, like, a skewed vision coming in that motherfucker. So then that shit just, you know, I guess goddamn gets, you know, expounded upon, I guess, you know what I mean? Yeah. So the other conversation that kind of branched off from this conversation is, so I'm of the belief, so these 3 people know each other, right? Because they've had these intimate situations, right? So another conversation that kind of branched off from this conversation is, that third party don't owe you shit. It's your mate that owes you shit. And I'm personally of the belief that, outside of, like, actually having a threesome, I am of the belief that, yes, 100%, your mate owes you that loyalty. They get their ass beat first. But I personally feel like, I feel like if we know each other, if we are friends, you owe me 5 minutes too. Like, if you, I feel like if we know each other, I mean, if you're doing some fuck shit on the back end, like, if you, like, purposely driving a wedge between the 2 people, then yes. But, like, if you just, like, fall victim to your fucking, you know, your hyper fucking sexuality and shit, or I don't even know if that's hypersexuality, if you want to have sex with just another person because y'all enjoy having sex with each other.
Right.
I think it really falls on the people in the relationship. I mean, they definitely have some culpability in that shit, you know what I mean? But the major percentage, or the majority percentage, goes definitely towards the fucking person in the relationship.
So if you find out your man's done fucked your wife, or even fucked your girlfriend, it ain't even gotta be your wife. If you found out your homeboy, somebody you cool with, somebody that is beyond co-workers, or somebody
but nah,
you
so
just
I guess
know.
Are we going back to so not to cut you off, but to cut you off, I guess I did.
No, go ahead.
So is it not the same scenario that we're talking about? Like, it's not a threesome deal? Because a threesome deal, I'm thinking like, like, if it's a threesome, then yeah, like the fucking, that's why I was saying the 80-20, like that shit, the burden lies more so with the person in the relationship, because they overstep the boundaries. Like, the person that y'all brought into a relationship, they ain't really got no stake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, granted, outside of the fact that they may have been a friend or something, you know what I mean? But they, like, in terms of their relationship, they're not in a relationship, so they're freelance. They're a rogue. They can do whatever the fuck they want. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. But
I'm talking about outside. Okay, so let's take it outside. Let's take it outside of the threesome, like just cheating, period. And you find out the person that your significant other cheated with is a person that you know, like, personally, y'all did shit together, y'all considered.
You know what I'm saying? So, for, like, my wife is, because a man, like, men are different, as we always know. So we're hardwired different. And I've actually kind of not personally been in a situation, but I have friends that have been in some similar situations, which has definitely thrown a wedge and a division in between them as friends and shit. But it was a weird scenario. But I guess just in terms of the basic scenario that you provide, provide or whatever for the sake of conversation.
Yeah,
like, but it depends again on it's all case by case. So, like, if my old lady out and without me, she's super drunk, and my homeboy may be a little inebriated and like she just starts sucking him off or some shit. Like I don't expect him to be like, no, don't like pulling his dick back. Nah, that's not gonna happen. 95% of the time that shit ain't happening. You know what I mean? Like nigga ain't.
So that be the same for you. Oh,
I mean, that's just honest. Like, I'm not sure I would be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I'd feel horrible after. Now, if that's the case, then I'm as a friend, like, yo, like, bro, this what happened. You know what I'm saying? I was drunk. She was drunk. She got them starting topping me off crazy and I couldn't stop and we ended up fucking having sex or whatever because shit was heightened. I would much rather, like, don't let me have to find out about it and like doing no espionage and trying to find out. Like, don't let me find out on the back end and niggas ain't tell me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some fuck shit. But if you do it, and as a man, like, yo, I fell victim to my temptation as a man because that's just how men are hardwired. 92% of us and shit. Then, yeah, you know what I mean? But like, tell me, keep it a band with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this what happened, my nigga. Like, boom. I'm still gonna feel some type of way, but I'm gonna respect it much more. And I may be mad to the point where we might have to shoot the ones, but probably not. You know what I'm saying? Just because I know how that shit go. Especially, you know what I mean? Like, I've been.
You think you can still be friends?
Probably not. Like, I ain't got no. I mean, it ain't gonna be like. I mean, it depends on how. It depends on the girl, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's my girl or some shit, and like she's just a whore. You know what I'm saying? Not a whore, but like. You know what I mean? Like, I found out she's a whore after that. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm going to look at it a little different. But if it's like my wife.
So she's a whore, but he's not a whore?
Well, yeah. I think, because going back to the whole situation, like, a woman has to allow herself to, like, you know, if she's not raped and no shit like that, she has to allow a man to, like, enter her. So I think the onus seems to be more on a woman, because a woman can have sex with whoever she wants to. A man can't. You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
So that's just kind of my
I think that's an interesting concept. I just fall under I'm of the school of, you know, if we know each other, like, my whole thing about it is if my friends have fucked with somebody, it ain't even had to be nothing but so deep. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't have to be nothing but so deep. But if you fuck with my friends, I'm not fucking with you. Like, period. Like, that's just how I rock. That's just where, you know, my loyalty lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna fuck with you, period. Once you fuck with my friends, you're officially off limits to me. You know what I'm saying? But and I feel like I put the same thing on my friends. Like, if I fuck with somebody, you shouldn't be fucking with them. Period. And then if some shit do go down, like, now if we not together no more and I find out like an ex fuck with one of my friends, then I'm fucking my friend up. If one of my friends fuck with somebody that I'm currently with, I'm fucking both of y'all up. Like, off gate, like, that's just how I rock. Like, I'm fucking both of y'all up. Like, period, point blank. Ain't no scenario you gonna tell me to make me be like, oh yeah, I understand how that could have happened. No, I don't give a fuck about none of that, because that's where the loyalty thing comes to me, and that's where a disrespect type thing come to me. So I don't want to hear about like, oh yeah, she was drunk and she started sucking your dick. Like, even my male homeboys, like, she starts like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, we all have minds. We all have a willpower, and you decide to go along with that shit. Like, I'm fucking both y'all up. Period. Point blank. Like, that's just how the shit gonna go down. I don't have no sympathy for none of y'all. I feel like y'all disrespected me, and I don't tolerate disrespect. That's just how I get down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and there's been situations where, you know, individuals that have fucked with my friends then tried to fuck with me. And I just heard that shit. You know what I'm saying? They could have just been a jump. You know what I mean? Like, it just could have been a jump off. Like, it could have been anything. Like, nah, I ain't trying to go behind my friends anyway. I know niggas have a different type of code than that. But, you know, that's just how I get down. Like, I'm not fucking with it at all. You know what I'm saying? Cause my friends gonna be my friends. And you see who people are when they put in a tight situation. You just can't be my friend when it's convenient. You can't be loyal when it works for you. You can't be loyal when you not fucking wet or your dick hard. Like, that's not how loyalty works. You know what I'm saying? And when I find out who you are, then I know who you are. And when I know who you are, that's when I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. But I understand how people, you know, rock differently, and they put, you know, different powers on some shit. Cause to some people, sex just sex and they don't give a fuck. And I respect that too. You know, I'm just not built like that. So another subject that came up was, and this conversation actually just happened today. How do you encourage your partner to be better at sex without hurting their feelings?
I don't know. Watch pornos.
That's what you say?
Yeah, like, I mean, if you like certain shit that they're not, like, doing, then, like, cut on the porno, like.
So what would be your talk? Like, what would you say?
Porno.
Like, what would be your.
Like, and then when she watching the porno, like, damn, that's some good head or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck, like, that you are trying to get them to subconsciously or consciously, take on. Just try to show them that, you know what I mean?
Right.
And be like, yeah, I like that type of head. I guess that probably, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just try to. I don't know. You just got to get creative, I guess. But like, I would definitely, I used that trick before. Like, this girl that I didn't enjoy her head, like, cut on the porno. I was like, see how she giving head? I was like, yo, Superhead got a crazy porno. And that's when Superhead shit came out. I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? She was like, oh, okay. You like hands and shit. So she tried it. Still really wasn't good at head, but hey, she gave it a valiant effort.
Hey, that's good. My route is normally so like, my route is to give you encouragement when you doing some good shit and to not give you shit when you not doing some good shit. Like, I'm not about to ooh and ah if this shit is trash. Like, you're gonna have to figure this out. And then when you are doing some shit you're supposed to do, my body language and my audibles is gonna give you what you need. Keep doing that. Shit go silent. Shit ain't no movement. You should know. And if you with a person who can't determine that's what's going on, that's a whole other problem right there. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever stopped somebody mid-act? Or whatever act?
Some shit like start smelling bad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
How that shit go? What did you do? What did you say?
I nutted and dipped.
Did you just say, oh, I got a headache?
No, like,
my mama called me, I gotta go clean my room.
I nutted so fast, that shit was so wet. I'm out here. For sure. I done told a girl one time, like, this shit don't smell right. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's a bitch I don't give a fuck about. Like, this shit ain't right. I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying? Bitch be looking crazy. Like, bitch, you know this shit stink. The fuck?
Oh, shit. Oh, man. That seemed like the most horrible situation to have yourself in.
Oh, yeah. And I had, like, head and shit on, and I just like, yo, turn off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't make it no weird shit. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. Like, just, I don't be like, this head's trash. Shit just don't be to my liking. So, let's just have sex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool on this shit right
here. That's word. I've actually said stop. Like, just stop. Calm down.
Yeah.
Relax.
That'll work too.
You doing too much. I mean, I don't be necessarily rude. And I've actually had better ways to do it, but there have been times where I've just been like, just stop. Like, calm down. Like, you too excited or you too something right now. Like, just calm down. Like, when a motherfucker on, like, going too fast, like, it could be anything, like, any part of the sex, and a motherfucker just, like, all over the place. Like, calm down. Like, we got time.
Yeah.
Like, just calm down, cause you doing too much right now. Like, how have you ever gotten someone to the point where they have improved with the shit? Like, did the porn shit work, or
not really.
Did somebody do something outside of you to improve?
Not really. You either got it or you don't.
Oh shit. Yo, I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. I know somebody
can't just work on it.
Oh shit. You either Steph Curry with the shot or you not. Look, I've actually somebody I was dealing with actually went to a fucking class about giving shit. And that shit worked. Committed. Be committed. I got that shit you should be committed to improving yourself on. I can't help it. Y'all need to step y'all vaginas up out there. If y'all,
is it true that lesbians, my homegirl is lesbian, she was like, we was together over the weekend, and she was like, it was some girl, and I thought she was cute from afar, and she had like short hair, short nails and shit. She was like, oh, she probably gay. And I was like, why did you say that? She's like, cause her nails short. And I was like, what does that mean? She was like, cause we finger. I was like, oh shit, that shit was funny. Because the way she said it so nonchalantly, but she was like, yeah, a lot of lesbian women's fingernails usually are kept short and clean because they finger and shit. And you don't want your shit all wild looking. I was like, well, damn. So
I don't know, because I think everybody might finger a little bit. So I can't answer that. Your homegirl got to answer that question.
Well, she answered it, so I don't
know. Yeah, I can't speak to that. I don't know about that particular
thing. I wonder if that's the case. I'm gonna start looking at bitches' fingers like, oh, you gay, you gay ass, you over there gay as fuck.
Right, and that's how stereotypes get made. Because you talk to one motherfucker and they've defined everything that a motherfucker does. Like, I don't know. You gotta talk to her about that. I can't relate.
Like
I don't know. I don't know. So I have no idea. So last but not least, so this last conversation has nothing to do with sex, but it was a conversation that I had this weekend. And it was in regards to, Mama June, who, if y'all don't know who Mama June is Honey Boo Boo's, mama. And, you know, Honey Boo Boo, y'all gotta know at least a little bit about Honey Boo Boo, right? So Honey Boo Boo was this child pageant chick that has always had a reality show for probably like the past 7 to 8 years or whatever. But Mama June, has had multiple reality shows, multiple, opportunities presented to her. And now she is currently with a nigga who ain't shit, and they're both on drugs really, really bad. Like coke and crack and some other shit. My conversation around this piece was, you know, my thing was, some people are just destined to be trash. No matter what opportunities get laid in front of them, you always see people who self-sabotage. Like, it's a lot of people out here that are trying to get to the places where doors have opened for these people. And somehow they just find a way to fuck it up. You can think of a Bobby Brown, a Chris Brown, I mean, like, anybody who has had like multiple opportunities, but they always find a way to self-sabotage. Do you think some people are just destined to be trash? I guess.
I mean, some people are just naturally going fuck ups. I mean, that's just, you know, you got winners and you got losers, right? So like, it's just people that just are good at losing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got motherfuckers who win all the time. Yeah. You gotta have the balance. Just like God, like I said, like, it's always a two sides to everything. You got your up, down, and sun, night. You got winners and you got losers. Motherfuckers just, no matter. They're just fuck ups, naturally fuck ups.
It, like, those natural fuck ups always amaze me. Like, they always amaze me. And I feel like we have them as friends. We have them as family. We have them as coworkers. We have them all around us, where you see these people and they always act like they getting dealt the short end of the stick. But it's all self-imposed. Like, you find a way to fuck up anything. That's why people who pray all the time they win the lottery, then they win the lottery, and then they fuck that shit up. They throw that shit all the way. You know what I'm saying? People who beg for these opportunities or these jobs are different. Then as soon as they get in there, they find a way to fuck that up. Somebody tell you, oh, I was trying to get this job, whatever. They got the job. You talk to them a month later. I ain't fucking with that shit no more. I got fired. How? And then they always give you some story like, man, the supervisor said I couldn't take a 20-minute break. My break is only 15 minutes. Fuck that. I'm taking a 20-minute break. No, that's not how shit works. Like, if they tell you take a 15, you take a 15. Yep. And then you know what you get at the end of that week or that 2 weeks. You get a check for that, for following the fucking rules. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever had to wash your hands of a trash person? And at what point do you say, ain't shit I can do?
Yeah, I mean, I cut niggas off. You know what I mean? I done cut man niggas off. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just go our separate ways. Like, I don't really have no like threshold necessarily. Like, it is what it is. Just like,
right.
The fucking straw that breaks that camel's back at that particular time. Like, man, I can't fuck with this nigga. This nigga here crazy. And I'm cool with that shit. Like, I'm my only child, so I ain't really got like, you know what I mean? Like, I can separate myself from shit very quickly and keep it moving. So
that's probably a good superpower to have as the only child. To be completely
honest. I'm good. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? This shit ain't gonna make or break me one way or the other. I'm out here by myself anyway. So, hell yeah, I done cut niggas off. I done cut plenty more niggas, bitches, all type of shit.
Yeah. It's hard. I think it seems a little bit harder, you know what I'm saying, when you dealing with like a person that may be your family or something like that. But, you know, I'm along with everything you just said, because like sometimes, you know, it's always the case of, well, you know, that's just how they are. And I don't get down with that phrase. Like, either you're gonna do what you're supposed to do or you die. I don't give a fuck. That's how you are. You don't get a pass at being a trash person or a shitty person just because that's how we've always known you to be. You know what I'm saying? That when you gotta cut a person off, most of the time you don't, well, I can just speak for me. When you gotta cut a person off, most of the time you at the point where you don't give a shit no more anyway. It's not like it's something where you toiling back and forth about what should you do or what shouldn't you do. It's kind of like this swift action where you just fed up and you're like, you know what? I'm done with that shit. And most of the time when you have a self-sabotaging person or a trash person, like, you've already went back and forth a long time ago. And it's just like you said, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. So when somebody asks you like, oh, why you don't fuck with whomever it may be, when you tell them the story, it sounds like some childish shit, right? It sounds super fucking childish, but they don't know, like, it took years before that straw broke the camel's back off this light shit that happened. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy, cause I'm just like, yo, Mama June and them, they lived in Macon. They lived in a fucking trailer by the fucking, yeah, I mean, like, they had all of these poor opportunities, and now they done had all of these things, and now you out here on drugs. Your daughter who is really your bread and butter, now living with her sister. And I don't watch Honey Boo Boo like I used to, cause I used to get a kick out of that shit.
My nigga love reality TV.
My home.
You watching all the goddamn shows.
I do love reality TV. I do. I mean, I honestly don't watch as much now as I used to, because my whole thing about reality TV, it's always good initially, but once the show has gotten into its 4th, 5th, 6th season, they gotta find a way to keep the drama going so it's manufactured. You know what I'm saying? So it throws me off. But certain reality TV, Love After Lockup, that's back on for my Love After Lockup people. I wanted to start a podcast about that. Love After Lockup is great shit. Y'all need to watch that shit. And it's still like in its authentic phases, cause it's only like on its 2nd or 3rd season. But you know, you get to your Love and Hip Hop, your Housewives, your all that shit, and that shit just start getting fake as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't as good anymore. But yes, I am team reality TV more than I would like. But nigga, you be on YouTube and shit, so you really can't really judge like that. You be on YouTube watching all types of shit.
Drama field. I ain't with all that drama shit. I like to watch documentaries and learn shit.
I watch that shit too. I watch all that shit. You can learn things from everywhere. You can learn things from everywhere.
I can't see motherfuckers throwing shit and doing all this fucking blowing.
Yeah, that's certain types of reality shows. Yeah, but all reality ain't like that. But you don't watch it, so you don't know you don't know what most of them is like. Yeah, they not though. So all of them ain't like that, but they do focus on trials and tribulations. It might not be like Housewives where they go to lunch every day just to throw shit at each other. You know what I'm saying? But you know, don't nobody want to see nobody come home and feed the kids, wash dishes, go home, not have sex with your wife, and wake up and do it the next day. Don't nobody, people watch shit to get outside of their regular shit. Don't nobody want to watch that every day. Don't nobody want to see me come home and fucking cook and do all that shit. That's why people be talking about my social media like, yo, you always doing some shit. I'm just like, because I'm not just snapping or IG story and some boring shit I'm doing, like I'm folding clothes or some shit. That's why the shit might look more popping than what it is, but my life pretty degular. I do shit, but it's degular to me. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank y'all for listening, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Follow us at the Ain't Shit Show on social media and on our platforms. And that's the X where the I will be. Y'all know we on Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, all your favorite streaming services. And write a review because we need those. And tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Shout out to everybody who tags us and who listens to the show every week. Your loyalty and your support has not gone unnoticed. We appreciate you immensely.
That's a fact.
And y'all know that we like to end the show with a quote, and the quote for today is, direction is so much more important than speed, because there are a lot of people going nowhere fast. And until next week, I want y'all to be great and the marathon continues. And we out. Peace.